From the comfort of my dad's own car, I am here on a very cold and wet November bonfire night to bring you the very grand, old, and nevertheless on this occasion, spooky St. Peter's Church of Comstall.
Wait. Why are you in a car in the pitch black instead of standing outside somewhere in the middle of the day? Find out in this episode of Great British Bells. I have a little bit of a story to tell you. This recording day almost became a calamity, and I'll tell you why. We pulled up to the first church, St. Michael's and All Angels of Ashton-under-Lyne, and immediately we noticed the clock was wrong as well as an hour fast. Now the clocks had gone back the other week, so I'm assuming that it was out of time already and they didn't set it back. So we went to the next one. We pulled up to the second church, which was only a very, very short drive from St. Michael's. This church was Albion United Reformed Church. As we pulled up, we noticed that the clock was correct, and it was almost 1:15. So we stayed for the 1:15 chime, and it did not ring. So we waited for the next hour and risked losing our 12 o'clock. And unfortunately, it didn't ring on 12. I had just lost my usual recording time. While I was recording for the 12 o'clock chimes, which never happened, my younger brother had caught the giggles. I find the clip quite funny, so here, have a listen. After this, we went to yet another church up in Stalybridge. We pulled up on time for the second quarter, but unfortunately, it didn't ring on the quarter. Now, it probably would have been an hourly striking church, but unfortunately, we didn't have the patience to wait around for another half an hour, so, with bowed heads, we made our way back home. On our way home, we noticed that the clock face on St. Mark's Church of Bredbury was working again. So then we decided that we would come back at 5 o'clock, the time that they should be ringing for COP27, if they were going to ring, that is. At 4:45, off we went, down the roads trying to get to St Mark's of Bredbury on time. We got there and there was no ringing to be heard. We waited for the 1/4 chime, but unfortunately even that didn't ring. So we had one final option. We either went back home and called it a day, or we went to one last church, and if that didn't ring, it was game over. No bell video today. So we pulled up to the church in question, St Paul's Church of Comstall. I could not find much history on this building, apart from that the bell was cast in 1841. It also had the kind of turrety spike design that St Mark's of Bredbury has, which it had back in 1907, but they must have been removed sometime between then and now. So we pulled up in the pitch black in this very spooky graveyard, and we waited and waited and waited until the one bell struck 6 o'clock. And at that point I was so happy I could have jumped for joy. I got back in the car and we drove back home. Successful. I had done it. I had gotten a recording to upload today. Whew. I was so happy.
Very much did scare me then, but it's time to go and I'm getting straight back in. Oh.
Don't slam the door.
I'm going to. Until next time on Great British Bells. Well, no, sorry. Until next week on Great British Bells, I will see you then.
Sleep tight. Until next time, sleep well tonight.
Let's put the window down for now. Until next time on Great British Bells. Until next week, I'll see you then.
Sleep tight.
Farewell.
Sleep well tonight.
Farewell.
Sleep well tonight.
And see you next week.
I hope you enjoyed this slightly different narration video of Great British Bells. Let me know what you think of this version in the comments. Is it better than the text version? Should I start narrating more? I don't know. It's up to you. Whatever works best for you all. I don't mind. So that's about it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next week. Farewell!